Man, we about to react to dudes getting shot on IG Live for loafing. Like, let's go.
One dude tried spinning on his ops, but ended up getting popped. And another met with his op on live, and they had a bang out with each other. These are times goons got on live. Starting
Meeting
out with
up
a
on
dude named
live.
757
Crazy.
Lil G, because Lil G was walking through his ops hood while taunting them on IG Live.
Lil G, you ran for me. You ran for me. You ran for me. I know I'm gonna run for me again when you come out this building.
He's stopping to run from you again.
Seconds later, you could hear someone fire at Lil G because of the trolling he was
Oh shit,
doing.
he dropped.
Someone might have from out of the windows since he was the only one walking around outside. That's when Lil G takes off running,
Funny.
and his ops were laughing at him and making fun of him since he was getting hit at and instantly took off running.
What?
Stay on the loud. Stay on the loud.
They shooting him from the windows? It's crazy.
Get him off here, look, hey. Get him off here. Hey, look, hey, get him off here. Stop playing.
Now, let's move on
Lit
to a
the
dude named
blunt?
Ducci from the east end of Chicago.
Hell
Ducci
no.
was on Facebook Live and seemed to be just walking
Put
through
him
the
in a
hood,
packed
but it must have
live.
been
It's
the
crazy.
wrong hood. Because not too long into the live, you can hear some dudes run down on him.
Hey,
And sometimes, if you know you have ops, you might need to be more cautious before going live on social media. On March 31st, 2016, a man named Brian Fields was hit while standing outside a gas station in Chicago. At the time of the incident, he was looking down at his cell phone and recording himself on Facebook Live. Just before things went down, he could be heard telling the camera that they heard I was up here. So they had the store back up for the kids.
All
And I
white,
need
too.
somewhere to duck and hide for cover.
On Chief, what they say they heard I was up here, so they had to open the store back up for the kids, though. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here without the store being open. I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover. Pipe it up.
You do.
I slid so they pop the store back open for the kids.
They're gonna pop your ass open, boy.
Minutes later, shots can be heard, and the suspect is briefly shown on camera. Brian was hit multiple times, including in the face. He was instantly rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Thankfully, he pulled through, and the shooter wasn't arrested, but the police believed that it was a gang-related hit. But not long
Well, how
after
do you
pulling
get that
through,
close to
Brian's enemies came back and took his life
I'm
a
glad
few
he's
months
alive,
later.
hey.
Because Brian lost his life
Shit,
while
bro.
sitting
How
in
you
a
shoot him in the
white
face,
two-door
man?
vehicle in the 1900 block of West Garfield Boulevard. Months later, after Brian's death, a 19-year-old known as
That's
Lorenzo
God right
Paris
there, boy.
was charged with his shooting. But it ain't always people getting caught lacking on live. And sometimes, goons meet up to try and throw down with each other. Because that's what happened in this next clip. Because one day, a dude from St. Louis had met up with one of
Niggas
his
had a
ops so they
showdown.
could throw down.
See you in 3 seconds. All right, get off my line.
They said we meet downtown at high noon. Wild West, boy.
Yeah, all right. What's up then?
And his ops let him know that he wasn't scared of him off rip. But the dude holding the camera had let it be known that he was going to blow him down and did it with no hesitation.
I'm not scared of
Step back, I'm blowing your so watch out.
I'm not scared of that.
I ain't gonna spell no boom yo.
I'm not scared.
Seconds after doing so, the goon holding the camera took off running and kept telling his op to scream since he most likely needed help after what just happened.
Get off me. Yeah, scream. 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 Scream.
And sometimes
special
you can
spot
have
in
something
hell.
crazy happen to you on live, even
Prime
if you're
real
not
estate
involved
in
in the
that
streets. Because that's what happened in this next clip. This one comedian
High
from
rise,
Philly was
boy.
joking around on his IG story,
Downtown
dissing dead
hell.
rappers from Chicago, since he thought it'd be funny, and he was a huge King Von fan.
Nobody called me. Nobody hit me up. It's 63rd. Tuka. Duck.
Don't tell me he get shot through the
You already
crib.
know. Full block. You know, long little grandson. V-Roy, Auntie
Through the
Roy,
windows,
AKA
crazy.
Hack.
But the loved one's members he was dissing didn't find it funny. And when he was in Chicago on live one day, they caught up with him and sent some shots his way for disrespecting their people.
Go ahead, bro. Bro, go ahead and lock.
But speaking of people from 63rd,
Don't give a
now let's
fuck.
talk about FYB J-Mane, because J-Mane's a known face from 63rd. They used to be heavy into gang beef, until he recently started trying to push
They
the
doing
peace
it there.
due to all of the homies he's lost to the streets. One day, J-Mane was on IG Live talking to one of his homies about filming some push the peace videos. But before he could get his words out, someone started busting at J-Mane.
Tweaking on folks. Hey, look, I ain't no finna start shooting this merch, you know, motherfucker.
Ain't no motherfucking way. They was just blowing like a motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucking way, yo.
It's unclear if J-Mane got hit or not, but thankfully, he didn't lose
Somebody
his life
commented
in
it
this
hit
situation.
different.
Because not long after this went down, he was right back to work and filming videos, trying to push the peace and telling stories about Chicago drill legends. But J-Mane ain't the only known face that had something crazy happen to him when he was on IG Live. Because famous Chicago producer Young Chop almost lost his life while on live as well. In early 2021, Young Chop appeared on Gilly the Kid's Instagram Live, where he criticized several rappers, including 21 Savage and Meek Mill, and told everyone that they were scary.
Who the scariest tough guy is?
The scariest tough guy.
Yeah, who be portraying like he a real street, but he's scary as fuck.
21 Savage. In my book. Enemigos. I like Lil Baby. He be beating motherfuckers up. Really scary like that though. He is.
Who?
Who I'm talking about. He really like that.
Chop, I gotta get y'all out.
Now, talk that on the records though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Chop, Meek Mills is not no scary.
The same with Cassidy.
I ain't good. Listen, man, we talk about Meek Mills, man.
Chop also said both rappers left the studio session when they saw him, since Chop claimed they were scared of him.
What?
It's in the House of Blues studio in California, Michael Jackson old. He from Memphis, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that. With his little 7-year contract. I went in there to try to rob this. He was on some freaky. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about that one. That's too deep. Ooh. EC no.
But after 21 Savage saw the live where Chop was speaking his name, he instantly responded to Chop, saying that something was wrong with Chop's brain and his mental, and said Chop was doing that for clout to promote his album.
Yeah, I keep talking about this, man. Trying to promote his album, man. Chop trying to tweet, do all this, man.
Then, not long after that, Chop went live on Instagram, riding around 21 Savage's hood to try and look hard.
What's up? Man, y'all let from the city come down here and check y'all, bro? That's crazy, big dog. Y'all know I ain't letting that bankroll die, right? That's family. Y'all know that, right?
This.
Oh, okay.
Rolled up with home, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Alex.
We ain't letting that shit slide, big dog.
Come on, man.
But I really want to let this bitch off right now. Hey, I don't know what the hell, bro. I don't know what I'm at. Go straight, man. Huh? Man.
He trying to get the Uber driver.
Yeah, go up in there.
Lane.
Don't be scared, bro. Yeah, straight up in.
But things didn't go too well for Chop while he was doing this, because he obviously didn't know what he was doing. Not too long after riding around 21's hood, someone caught on to Chop's location and got up with him.
Take the next right onto Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest.
What's up, Chop?
The Instagram live paused for a few seconds. But seconds later, after it resumed, Chop let everyone know that the dudes from 21's hood shot at the Uber that he was in, because you could see that the window was broken.
Lame as hell, bro. They mad I pulled up to their hood. Then I see another. They thought I ain't see them sliding up, like on the left side. But they know the right side really killers, and they ain't hit. Like, bro, I am not hit, bro. Look at all this. Them boys need to. Hey, boy, them boys need to hire. They need to hire some real shooters. For real.
Thankfully, the dudes didn't end up smoking Chop, since he was playing a dangerous game, doing what he was doing. But that ain't nothing
I'll be mad as
compared to
hell. He
what
get
this
my
next
window
goon
shot up.
did. One day,
I'm finna
this
get out and
SBS
beat his
13
ass.
member from Cali was riding through his rival's hood, hunting for some blood. And you could see that the dude was masked up and ready to finish any op that he spotted.
Hit him with a bullet like an arrow. I shoot him like I'm Cupid. Space. On the player go stupid. Spray your homie down. Having y'all like who would do this? Laying flat on the ground.
Are you
Clueless.
And it seems like he spotted an op, but they must have known what car he was driving, because his ops ended up getting off at him first, and things didn't go as planned for the dude. He instantly drove off to try and get away before the dudes could send more at him, but it seemed like he ended up rapping out somewhere down the street. And it's one thing to drive through your op's hood, and another to actually pull up to your op's crib looking for problems. Because that's what this next dude did. Because he let his op know as soon as he walked outside, he was going to smoke him.
I'm not playing. So you come through that door, it's lit. Free me. Free trip. Because when you come through this door, it's lit. Word to my dad. I don't care about no cops. I'm not playing. He playing that. Stop playing me. Stop playing me. 588, I'm in front of his crib, bro. He could call the cops. Gangster, I'm here. Y'all see?
I'm out the window.
I'm outside, bro.
The man kept telling his op to come outside, and he didn't even care if his mom came
People thought I
outside.
had
He said
high
he was
ground
flaming
like
at
Fortnite.
anyone who
I'm
stepped
on
from
the
outside the
bad.
door.
I'm telling you, his mom, everybody come outside, I'm clapping him. Gangster, he talking crazy. I'm watching out for the D's too, because he a cop caller. He on a game. Come outside, I'm not playing. I'm not standing there for too long, bro. That's all that old user from my
It's a free
crib.
body if I'm dude in the crib.
Yeah.
Seconds later,
back.
when the man talking trash stops paying attention and starts looking around, a round can be heard in the background. And that's when the dude doing all the tough talk on Instagram takes off running.
Him and Marky going back and forth.
Y'all little.
But now, let's move on to a dude named Two Guns Vito from Birmingham, Alabama. One day, Vito was on Facebook Live with one of his homies, clowning around and showing people how to freshen up if they haven't taken a shower in days due to long hours of trapping.
Fresh out the shop.
Due to long hours of trapping. Hey,
Hey, y'all can't afford that right now. Huh?
That's the Amazon chain you got on though. Stop.
Let me hit them nuts real quick.
Nigga could put an air freshener on
Fresh out
it.
the shop. I told y'all I was coming. You know I'm a dog boy. Hey, tell them to give me a box. Man, you know I'm a dog boy, man. They say I stink. Who stink? Who stink? It smells so good right now.
But Vito didn't know that someone wanted to get him gone, because not too long after joking around, you can hear someone sending some his way, and it sounds like one of the dudes even had a fully.
Y'all, my frat brother Lil Meek, he from Long Village. We can cinch me on some Long Village today.
But it's one thing to get fired at with a fully while sitting in the car, and another to have to run from one. Because this dude from Chicago was maxed up, walking down the block, letting people know to pull through his block at your own risk.
Yeah, pull through the tattoo on wrist. You feel? Pull through the tattoo on wrist. Yeah. Until we took the town, man. That's our side of the town. And well, y'all think of that side of the town.
But it seems like whoever pulled through there was ready for whatever, because they instantly let off the fully at the dude, and he took off running since he didn't have a chance to do anything but run.
Let it loose.
Now, let's move on to another person from Alabama who had something crazy go down on his Facebook Live. Since Alabama rapper Rubber Band OG also had one go down on his live. Because OG was on live chopping it up with his fans. But before he could even finish his sentence, you could see that some of his ops ran down and started hitting at him.
Listen, man, I ain't got time to play with y'all, man. Man, I need my money.
But it ain't always the dudes who have street beef. And sometimes it's girls too. One day, this one girl from O-Block walked up to this other girl's car and called her a B since she wanted to throw hands with her.
No. Girl, what you got? Oh, this got a gun, y'all.
Who gonna smack me? You got a gun. What you gonna do? Me? What you gonna do with it?
That's when the girl recording notices that the girl in the car is strapped. And she then goes on to ask the girl in the car what she's going to do with that strap.
What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? I'm not worried about that gun. You will get blown down right here. Talking about.
The girl recording then takes things to the next level, kicks the girl's car, and tries putting a dent in her door. And that was a huge mistake, because this happened next.
You in this car and yeah. Did she just we call 911, she just lied. She lied. This me.
Thankfully, the girl in the car didn't want to actually take her out. And let's just say, Chicago is a crazy place, especially the South Side. Because in this next clip, one of Lil Durk's homies, named Lamron Chubbs, was having a B-Day party. And he went live on IG to show everyone how his party was going down.
Fat boy. Y'all want to see the crib? That's the birthday boy right there.
It seemed like everyone was having a good time and chilling, but one of the ops must have snuck into the party or something, because seconds after Chubbs panned the camera over to show Tay Savage, you could hear someone bussing from what sounded to be downstairs. Now, these next group of girls were on live making fun of some people they were beefing with, but things didn't go as planned, and they got hit at as soon as the live started.
Y'all don't know about my son. That like glue.
The girls instantly hopped out of the whip and ran into their house. One of the girls said that they weren't hitting them, and they were firing at some other dude who lived on their street.
Pure ignorance, man.
Girl, I know that ain't my car flat. Hold up, ma. They come back. Girl, that's a red charge.
Yeah, she telling all the business.
Girl, I don't know. They right here though from the house.
Thankfully, whoever it was didn't hop out and run down on the girls when they rode back through. But now, let's move on to this one guy who met up with one of his ops to throw hands. And the dude he was beefing with wasn't really trying to throw hands because he was clutching the whole time and let the dude know that he'll pop him.
You better shoot me? You better shoot me? Who you looking for? Who you looking for? Who you looking for? Wait, you better, come on. Move on now.
The guy holding the camera put his phone down and tried throwing hands with the dude, even though he was armed. And he was putting his hands on the dude pretty bad, from what it seemed. But that's when the dude with the strap let one off, since he was getting whooped. And the dude that had the camera's mom came in to break things up. But the dude with the camera still ended up taking the dude's strap. Now, let's move on to a rapper from Chicago named Lil Marty, because Marty was screaming at someone on live, and not too long after yelling at the dude, whoever it was sent one his way. And it ain't always goons from the USA who have crazy situations happen on live, because one day, this dude from Toronto was live streaming in his hood, and it seems like he was making fun of something. But about 15 seconds into the live, someone slides on the dude, and the camera just goes black.
Go to the side, go to the side, go to the side.
Nigga with Drake and shit, man. We finna end this shit, man. J3, I'm off.